The nursing department gets a new member, and not of the human kind.
And exam stress relief comes in a new form.
These stories and more coming up on Carolina News Today.
A donation to the nursing department means students get more realistic experiences. CNT reporter David Brown met this permanent patient in the nursing labs.
I can't breathe.
Having trouble breathing is just one of the patient scenarios this high-tech mannequin can perform. Standing 6 foot 2 inches tall and weighing over 200 pounds, this human simulator is named Zagracious. He is a new simulator in the nursing department. He was donated by the State Healthcare Association and was named after UNC Board Governors Association President Craig Souza. UNCP's Clinical Learning Center Director, Melanie Moody, says the mannequin is very interactive and can assist professors in teaching real-life scenarios.
He's very interactive, so he has heart sounds, he has lung sounds. The students are able to take vital signs on him, and he also has access for IV lines as well as chest tubes. The instructors are able to allow the students to get a more hands-on approach, so the students are able to come in here and work with the mannequins in case they may not be able to get into the clinical setting. They're able to come into the lab and it's a more real-life situation, and the students are able to practice that way.
He can also have heart attacks, collapsed lungs, and a stroke, as well as interact with students through pre-recorded messages, or professors can use a microphone and talk to students to make it more realistic. Students interact with Zagracious in classes and labs, giving them a safer approach to experiencing real-life situations they will encounter. This gives the students room to learn from mistakes to avoid in their career. Senior nursing student Caitlin Kurtz says the new human simulator will be beneficial to her education.
Being able to use the new human simulator will allow me to increase my education and knowledge by experiencing things I would not be able to experience without the mannequin.
For Carolina News Today, I'm David Brown.
In November, schools nationwide observe International Education Week. UNCP hosted an international fair for students to learn about other cultures and study abroad. CNT reporter James LaRue checked out the event.
In late November, the University of North Carolina at Pembroke hosted an international festival in the UC Annex for anybody to enjoy. During the festival, people could have enjoyed the many different elements of culture that makes countries unique from each other. Places like Germany, Ireland, China, Sweden, Ukraine, Nigeria, and various other countries and cultures were well represented during the festival. The festival had various foods, candies, and clothing from around the world. Despite the low turnout, students were still having a blast while learning about different cultures.
The best part about this festival is that there's food. I love the food here.
Study abroad coordinator Alex Brandt was also there to engage with the crowd, and he talked to people about the benefits of studying abroad. Brandt stated why this festival is important not only to him, but also to anyone who attended.
I think what this really means to me is how different people from different backgrounds can share their culture with other people and teach other people about other cultures so that people will become culturally competent and sensitive to other people.
Even though that there was a low turnout at the International Festival, that does not mean the festival wasn't a failure by any means, as it did accomplish what it was put together for, and that was to educate people on the vast cultures from around the world. For Carolina News Today, I'm James LaRue.
UNCP's Model United Nations team recently took honors in both Washington and Atlanta. Representing Denmark in Washington, D.C., the team won the Distinguished Delegation Award. In Atlanta, the team took a total of 8 awards, including Outstanding Delegation Award for Denmark, Honorable Delegation Award for Japan, and a few Outstanding Position Paper Awards. Besides those, the team also brought home 4 individual delegate awards.
This semester, Pet Therapy Day had a little bit of a twist to it. Savannah Thompson shows us some animal companions of a different breed.
Counseling and Psychological Services held a pre-exam stress break on campus in the University Center. They brought 2 miniature horses on campus to help students get a break from the exam stress. The Counseling and Psychological Services Department has used this pony theme all semester. They had the Pony Palooza earlier in the semester to help raise awareness for sexual assault, and then decided to bring live miniature horses to campus to give students and staff the opportunity to do something they have never done before, such as pet a miniature horse. Students loved the idea and would really enjoy having this on campus more often. Many students took selfies with the horses or just decided petting the horse was enough. At first, some students were hesitant, but once they realized they could pet the horses, they were excited about the event. Assistant Director and Outreach Coordinator Charla Suggs said the main focus of this event was to help students relax and take their minds off exams and hard times such as Hurricane Matthew.
We just want to give people an opportunity to wind down the trials of 2016 and get ready for 2017 with just a little bit of joy, and what better time to do that than between Thanksgiving and exams before we go into our winter break.
Student Gina Clymore said this really helped her ease the pre-exam week stress. It was something different on campus and took her mind off her exams.
I think it's a great way to get students in a better mood during exam week and to show a lot of support for people who might be feeling a lot of stress this week, especially just coming back from Thanksgiving break.
For Carolina News Today, I'm Savannah Thompson.
The student organization Brother to Brother was giving out treats at the UC, but not for Halloween. They observed Thanksgiving with the gentle reminder of what the holiday is all about. Stefan Lewis reports.
Free hot chocolate! Free hot chocolate!
Last week, the Brother to Brother organization held a 2-hour event outside the University Center called Thankful Moments. As students, faculty, and staff gathered around the table, the members of Brother to Brother asked people what they were thankful for, and in return, the people would receive a cup of hot chocolate and some cookies. President of Brother to Brother, Xavier Covington, shared with me what he was most thankful for.
Family, life, strength, my relationship with God, just things like that.
Brother to Brother is an initiative out of the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. The brothers gave out pamphlets about their organization and to those who were interested. All of the brothers came together and pitched this idea. This event is one of the many ways Brother to Brother reaches out to the community. Vice President of Brother to Brother, Dion Perry, says this event was something to celebrate the holidays.
Well, we had an executive meeting and we all came together and initially decided that we want to do something for holidays and want to give out things for free, not charge anybody, So it was all of us, a whole collective unit, Brother to Brother.
A lot of people showed up and said what they were thankful for. Even kids from a school field trip showed up, and each child received a cookie and some hot chocolate. The advisor for Brother to Brother, Dr. Robert Canada, made an appearance as well. After the event, I asked him what this event was about. He said it was nothing on a grand scale, but it was a meaningful event for the community and for Brother to Brother. For Carolina News Today, I am Stefan Lewis.
The Career Center at UNC-Pembroke reached out to seniors with a Career Expo and Graduate School Fair as the semester winds to a close. CNT's Brooke Strayhorn attended this networking event.
As students prepare for exams and finishing their final semesters, the Career Center wanted to make sure students were thinking beyond graduation day. The Career Center organized their first Fall Career Expo and Graduate School Fair. These events were held over a span of 2 days. The Career Fair, which was held on November 15th, hosted 21 employers that came from across North Carolina and ranged from military to financial service organizations. This gave students the opportunity to network and gain feedback from professionals in their fields of choice. The Graduate School Fair was held on November 17th. There were over 20 graduate and professional school representatives in attendance. The representatives were able to inform and give students materials on the programs that their universities offered. The Assistant Director in the Career Center, Amber Lennon, had the pleasure of putting these 2 events together.
We realized that with the amount of students that graduate in December, it would be beneficial to have another event for them to look for full-time employment after graduation. As far as the Graduate School Fair, we actually had to reschedule both fairs due to Hurricane Matthew. So we did lose a couple of our graduate school programs, but I have all their contact information. So in the Career Center, since we meet with students that are thinking about graduate programs, that's all information that we can share with them. So overall, I would say that it has been a success. We're just trying to make sure that people are aware of the services that we offer in our office.
Amber Lennon also mentioned they were planning their spring career and graduate school fairs. For Carolina News Today, I'm Brooke Strayhorn.
Students participated in what has become an annual event at UNCP when Campus Moviefest returned to Pembroke. Malik Worrells followed the progress of students making short films in a week's time.
Campus Moviefest, the world's largest film festival, made a trip to UNCP this November. Students were given the opportunity to use film equipment and an Apple MacBook as they filmed and edited their own 5-minute or less short film project. CMF tour manager Quincy Bazin described the great opportunity students were given in his own words.
Campus Moviefest, in my own opinion, is the greatest student film festival in the world. It's the only student film festival in the world that provides students with everything they need to make a 5-minute film in a week. We kind of shuffle around and bring cameras and laptops to students, all for free. The school covers it. And it's a really cool opportunity that students wouldn't get otherwise.
After a week of filming and editing, students were able to submit their films in for a chance to be featured in the UNCP Campus Moviefest finale. Filmmaker and UNCP student Lance Gums says he enjoyed the entire process of making his film.
I mean, you know, the whole thing was just dope. Like, it's rare that an opportunity would come along where they would give you all the equipment you need to go ahead and just be as creative as you want and to make anything happen. So just that alone, that right there is dope. It's crazy.
At the Campus Moviefest finale, the top 16 films were showcased, and a crowd favorite was The Block is Hot. One of the film's actors, Nick Corman, won the Silver Tripod Award for Best Performance. He spoke on his feelings on the film going to the next level.
It's really exciting, you know, just to see, you know, how much more is, you know, just out there, not only for, you know, us to potentially win, but for just us to just experience and soak in.
For Carolina News Today, I'm Malik Worrells.
A restaurant returns to UNCP's campus after more than 10 years gone. CNT reporter David Brown tells us it's going to be a popular dining option.
I'm standing here in front of the nationally recognized ChickFilA, soon to come to Pembroke in January. ChickFilA is finally making its way back to the UNCP campus. It will be replacing Wow Cafe, formerly known as Bert's, located in the University Center. Renovations have started and plans on opening January when students return back from break. ChickFilA will be a licensee, which means it's not going to look exactly like other ChickFilA franchises you have probably seen. ChickFilA will be labored and ran by Sodexo solely, but will have the same morals, values, and customer service you expect. Lumberton ChickFilA owner and UNCP's ChickFilA operations consultant, Mark Morse, says the menu will be limited, but will definitely have the most popular items.
Those menu items will be based dependent on what Sodexo wants to serve, but there are a few requirements. So folks who are familiar with ChickFilA can expect to have all of our hero products, what we consider to be our key items in our brand, which is the original ChickFilA sandwich, the spicy ChickFilA sandwich. Of course, the waffle potato fries and the chicken nuggets will definitely be here.
Prices could possibly vary, but can be expected to be the same as your local mall ChickFilA. Lumberton ChickFilA has set up a pop-up stand in the University Center where they serve the chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich, nuggets, waffle chips, market salads, tea, and lemonade. They accepted cash and credit and debit cards. The full-service ChickFilA coming in January will accept Brave cards. Students say they are eager for ChickFilA to be on campus.
I can't wait for the food. I'm really excited.
I love me some ChickFilA.
Who doesn't love ChickFilA?
I am pretty excited. New dining venue for the university, and I think it's better than anything we have here currently.
I'm very excited about ChickFilA. Like, you have no idea.
For Carolina News Today, I'm David Brown.
Campus police sent an email Thursday informing students that a burglary took place around midnight at Commons Apartments across the street from UNCP. 3 black male suspects have been described, 1 with dreadlocks and 2 with close cuts, all wearing bandanas. They got away with an Xbox, television, controllers, and a laptop. Persons of interest are already being questioned.
Although university officials sent a tweet canceling the lighting of Old Main celebration, they went ahead with it anyway when local dignitaries showed up. Students and others showed up in the rain to officially mark the winter holiday season. There were no carolers or musicians this year and no sound system because of the weather, but attendees enjoyed traditional cookies and beverages that were moved inside. The tradition was started about 5 years ago by the previous chancellor, Kyle Carter. The decorations will stay up until the new year. Braves football ends their season on a high note.
And the basketball teams start their season on a high note.
Deja Dykes up next with sports.
Yeah, do it. Come on.
In high school football, the Scotland Fighting Scots beat Southeast Raleigh, winning 68-28. The Scots scored on their first play of the game when Sergio Gibson handed off the ball to Zamir White for a long run. Southeast answered back with a touchdown pass to Jeffrey Onyegbuel to tie the game 7-7. Gibson later connected with wide receiver Austin Smith to set up the next play. Zamir White added another touchdown run to the game, edging the Fighting Scots score 20-7. Gibson scored a touchdown, working his way through the defense to add another 7 points for Scotland. For the Bulldogs, quarterback Maurice Nelson once again connected with Onyegbuel. Austin Smith hauled in another long pass to set up another touchdown, and Zamir White runs in for a touchdown for the third time. That final score again, 68-28. The UNCP football team suffered a tough loss last weekend, falling to North Alabama in the NCAA playoffs, losing 41-17. The setback snapped a 6-game winning streak for the Braves, who have registered the program's first ever postseason win. The Black and Gold took a lead midway through the second quarter, but the Lions responded with 31 unanswered points to roll past the Braves. B.J. Bunn led the Braves offense, earning his 10th career 100 receiving game. Coach Richardson said on the Black and Gold report this week what contributed to the Braves' loss.
Defensively, we got put in some tough positions, gave up a couple big plays, and I just think collectively it just kind of started to unravel a little bit there. And once that happens, you're trying to keep the full energy and the full intensity throughout the 4 quarters, and they just had a lot of firepower behind them, and I think it was hard for our guys to sustain that throughout the whole entire game.
Following Saturday's game, All-American B.J. Bunn was named Brave of the Week, ending his career with 7 receptions for a team high of 133 yards in a second-round playoff game. Women's basketball player Nyla Allen was also named Brave of the Week, averaging 13 points per game in 2 contests while adding 10 rebounds, 4 steals, and 1 block and 1 assist. The UNCP women's basketball team converted on 4 of their final 5 shots in overtime Wednesday night to beat St. Augustine 64-60. The victory marked the 3rd win for the Braves, who go to 3-1 in the 2016 season. The hosts led by as many as 11 points in the second half and clung to a 9-point advantage at the end of the 3rd quarter. The UNCP bench cashed in 32 points in a game that saw 7 lead changes and 4 ties. The Braves will travel to Newport News, Virginia on Saturday when they play the Apprentice School. The UNCP men's basketball team cruised past the Rams of Winston-Salem State Wednesday night, winning 84-62. The result marked the 4th straight victory for the Braves. James Murray Boyles led the offense, coming off the bench to score 18 points in 21 minutes of the game.
Nigel Grant scored 17 points in the Braves' victory, while Alex Bradley and Andrew Evans each scored 16 points. The Braves will hit the road on December 10th when they play Barton College. And that's it for sports. Back to the desk.
That's it for this semester, and that's it for me. I'm graduating next week.
And so is our producer, Crystal Dean. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, everybody. We'll be back in January.